Hi there! Imagine walking into your next medical appointment feeling calm, confident, and in control. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Simple ways to prepare to make sure you feel prepared, confident, and truly heard in your consultations. Your health matters, and I hope I can help you to actively participate in your own care. Now, you might be thinking, isn't the doctor the ones who's supposed to be prepared? And yes, they are. But here's the thing, you are the expert in your own life, your disease, your body, and your experiences. Preparation helps you bring that expertise into the room, and when met with the doctors, then all the decisions are really shared. Shared decision-making is when you and your doctor talk things through together and choose the treatment that feels right for you. Why does this matter? Because consultations are short. You often have just a few minutes to talk about issues that might have been bothering you for weeks or months. You may need to prioritize your questions. Without preparation, it's easy to leave thinking, I forgot to ask or didn't really understand what I meant. When you take just a few minutes before your appointment to think about what you want to say or ask, you're much more likely to get your main concerns heard and addressed, understand what's being explained, and leave the appointment feeling confident, not confused. Being prepared turns a consultation from a one-way conversation where the doctor talks and you listen into a discussion where you and the doctor work together on your health. If you remember only one thing from this first section, let it be this. Being prepared gives you a voice. When you come in knowing what you want to discuss, even if it's just one main concern, you take an active role in your care. Preparation helps you feel calmer, clearer, and more confident. It helps your healthcare team understand and support you better. Now let's talk about something many patients feel, but rarely mention, the power imbalance in the consultation room. It's natural to feel like the healthcare professional knows everything and you're just there to listen. But remember, you are the expert in your own body. You're the only one who lives with your symptoms, your emotions, your daily challenges. Your input is essential. Sometimes emotions make this harder. When you're worried, anxious, in pain, or frustrated, it's easy to forget what you wanted to say. That's why jotting down your thoughts, questions, or concerns beforehand is so valuable. It gives your emotions less power to derail the conversation. You might also face information overload, medical terms, new tests, treatment options, and before you know it, the appointment is over. Add time pressure to that, and it's easy to see why things get overwhelming. So here are a few simple, practical strategies to help. Take notes. Write down key points during the consultation. It helps you process complex information later. Ask for clarification. If something doesn't make sense, say so. Try, could you rephrase that in simple terms? Break it down. If a topic feels too big, ask. Can we focus on one issue at a time? Or could you please explain that in more detail and step by step? These phrases aren't signs of weakness. They're signs that you are engaged and taking responsibility for your health. That's exactly what your health professionals want. So let's get practical. How do you actually prepare before a consultation? Start with a simple list. Write down your symptoms, concerns, and questions, and put them in order of importance. Don't forget to track symptoms across time. Keeping a history of symptoms will ensure you will not forget to mention them when the consultation day arrives, even months before the consultation itself. This will help you address brain fog, for instance. You can't cover everything in one appointment, so prioritize. Ask yourself, what's the most important thing you want to discuss? Start there. Bring a health journal if you have one. Note any changes, flares, medications, side effects, or even life events that might have affected your health. This kind of record can really help your doctor see the bigger picture. Nowadays, there's even a myriad of health apps out there that may be useful to help you track your symptoms. Next, set a goal for the consultation. Maybe you want to understand your treatment options or need help managing side effects. Or perhaps you've been struggling to stick with your treatment plan and want support. Whatever it is, name it. That goal becomes your compass during the appointment. And here's a helpful technique. Prepare your questions in layers. Start general, then go deeper if needed. For example, what are my treatment options? And what are the pros and cons of each option for someone with my condition? Structured preparation like this helps make sure you leave the appointment with the information that matters most to you. Let's talk about something we often overlook, the emotional side of the consultations. Particularly if you are newly diagnosed, you may feel overwhelmed, dealing with a very heavy emotional burden. You are not alone. Even long-lasting patients feel totally lost from time to time. We are all humans, aren't we? Health worries can bring fears, frustration, even guilt. It's completely normal to feel anxious or tense before a medical appointment. But those emotions can make it harder to think clearly or express yourself. So what can help? Start with simple calming techniques. Take a few slow, deep breaths before and during the visit. Feel your feet ground, roll your shoulders. These small actions send a signal to your body, I'm safe, I can do this. Use positive self-talk. Remind yourself, I deserve to be heard. I am my best health advocate. You are not being difficult by speaking up. You are being responsible. If you need a moment, ask for a pause. It's perfectly fine to say, could we take a short break? I need a moment to collect my thoughts. And if your emotions feel strong, name them. Believe me, there's power in vulnerability. Saying out loud, I feel nervous or I feel overwhelmed, actually helps reduce their intensity. You can even tell your doctor, I'm afraid I might forget something important, or I'm struggling to find the right words. Most healthcare professionals will respond with empathy and patience when they understand how you feel. If you find medical language confusing, ask for an analogy. Could you compare that to something familiar? Or if things move too fast, say, could we slow down so I can process this? Finally, don't hesitate to bring someone you trust with you. A friend, family member, or patient advocate can take notes, help you remember details, offer emotional support, and above all, make you feel safe. Sometimes just knowing someone else is there makes all the difference. Now let's look at a few communication strategies that make consultations flow more smoothly. Start with I statements. For example, I feel dizzy when, instead of you didn't check. This keeps the tone collaborative rather than confrontational. Be concise. Start with your main point, then add details if needed. You can also use visuals, photos, health apps, or even notes on your phone to help explain what you're experiencing. Prepare a short question list, your top 3 to 5 questions. You can always cover more if time allows, but this ensures the essentials get addressed. If something isn't clear, ask for clarification without hesitation. Could you explain that in simple terms? Or, I'm not sure I understood. Could you rephrase it? A great technique is to repeat back what you heard. For example, so I should take this medication after meals, is that right? It helps confirm understanding and shows that you're actively participating. Finally, summarize next steps before you leave. Ask the clinician to confirm the plan or even write it down. Having things in writing helps you review them later when you're calmer. As we wrap up, I want you to remember this. Every consultation is an opportunity to take part in your own care. Preparation doesn't mean memorizing terms or becoming an expert overnight. It means knowing what matters to you and being ready to share it clearly. After your appointment, take a few minutes to reflect. Ask yourself, what went well? What could I do differently next time? Review your notes and highlight anything you still don't understand. Those become your questions for the next visit. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. Although there's no single magic formula to prepare for a consultation, I hope taking these steps I have learned myself from the wider patient community will help you to be a more confident and empowered patient. For more information, you can also check resources from your patient groups, from Eurordis Rare Disease Europe, or Every Life Foundation for Rare Diseases and your party training. Feel free to contact them directly. Thank you for your time and kind attention.